We're talking about depression again, boys, and I'm curious if it's actually just chemical or like genetic, man. Because one, I do think if you work out and eat good and consume things in your brain that are like actually informative and good things to hear, that does help a lot. But it's weird, man. So I do that as often as I can. Sometimes every now and again, I like to enjoy a nice za. I like to enjoy life. I like a za, I like a brewski. I like to watch hockey recently. Bro, I just discovered hockey's actually really hype. I don't know why it took me this long, but really hype. So I enjoy those things that aren't necessarily like, leveling me up in a sense. And I feel like if you go too hard on like diet and mental stuff, like that can drag you down a lot further. But it's interesting, man, because I try to be a good boy, do all the things that I know I should be doing, fire off on all cylinders as much as I can. And it's weird, man, because I'll still get hit with waves of being like mad depressed. And I don't know if it's just like an inherent, like, I don't know a better word to use than nihilism, even though like, I guess you get what I mean, but like, I don't know if that's necessarily the correct word. Almost kind of black pilly. I don't really like the pilly type of verbiage, but I guess that's a good word to use to describe it, where it's just like this inherent quality about me that I've struggled with my entire life, at least my conscious life, like from becoming a person, I guess. Like growing up, like it hit me at 13 is what I'm saying. Like when I was a kid, I don't think I thought that way, but when it hit me like 13, I don't know, maybe it's just recognizing of what the world is or like all that jazz, because like back then I was like playing sports and everything, and I was going to say I was eating good, but I was actually eating like pizza rolls and ramen, so maybe not. So, but depression's weird, man, because like, I know as a man, it's kind of like embarrassing to kind of have that in a way, but I don't really know what it is. And I try to like be logical about things. And it's like, man, I know logically I need to be working out, eating good, feeding my mind good things. But every now and again, especially when the nighttime rolls around and I'm actually like truly alone, because I'm not living with a lady anymore, for better or for worse. There's pluses and minuses to that. And it hits me at night. A lot of times, like most nights in a way, but there's definitely like ways where it hits a little more frequently, where it can actually carry on until the next morning and the next day. And I've kind of felt that again these past couple nights. And that's not too fun. But it's actually made me kind of question it more, where I'm like, man, what actually is this? Is it just like, like you see through like what this world is and what we're all doing, in the sense of like we're spending and wasting our time? Well, that's subjective, but we're spending our time to get currency. What does this world value from us to try and enhance our free time in a way? And like all the social aspects too of, me, if you've listened to me, man, I only know how to be true. And I think I'm a pretty decent guy. I try to be decent. So I don't know how to fake, I guess is what I'm saying. So I'm not necessarily playing pretend with anyone I come across. And I don't know, man. It feels like a lot of people are. And I don't blame them. I get it. But so I don't know if it's like kind of seeing through the veil, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's like when you kind of see through the social aspect of things and kind of the hierarchy of what people respect and what people don't. Actually, as I've gotten older, I definitely don't care about that, in the sense of I'm okay what people think about me, because if you like truly wanted to get to know me, like we'll have a good conversation regardless. Not that I'm doing anything crazy. I'm just saying, like, I don't worry about what other people think, which is actually very liberating. But hopefully you guys get what I'm saying, where it's like, potentially, I wonder if like depression is a symptom of kind of seeing through the framework of, I don't want to use like the Joker. I feel like this is a Joker word nowadays, like how society works, in a sense, at least in America. And I don't know, man, because like I try to be like as healthy as I can, as positive as I can, because honestly, like the best answers at the end of the day is like, find what you enjoy, do what you enjoy, find a purpose if you can, And that's all you can really do, right? Be kind to people. Don't think negative about, I guess people around you and stuff. I was trying to think if I'm a hypocrite in that aspect, and I guess maybe sometimes, but sometimes I think it's fine talking about the absurdity of things. I don't think it's necessarily negative, as long as you show empathy towards someone in person. But anyway, I'm getting a little bit off topic, I think. But depression, man, it's super weird. Because it's like, and I almost get why people would call them like demons in a way, because it is a weird like energy that sometimes can just like seep your mind, like, hey, remember you die and nothing matters and everything you do will cease to exist. Imagine all the people that lived before you, like for millennia, and none of their stuff was remembered. Not that being remembered should be the goal, but it is interesting that inherently if you do good or bad, which is subjective, but I think we all have a common term of like what bad is. It's like hurting people, and good is like, benefiting society in a way, I guess, if we want to put it in a very nonchalant, simple way. That regardless of whatever character arc you want to be a part of, it doesn't matter. Like none of it truly matters. None of us have the power to actually like, I always try to catch myself in case what I'm saying isn't fully true. I was going to say none of us have the power to change the world. But that's actually not true in a way, actually. I think that could actually happen in some aspect. That's interesting. I've never actually thought about that. Or it's never actually hit me in this way. You actually might be able to. And what is changing the world, right? It's just, do you have to change like the entire world, or do you just have to influence enough people to do a thing where it gets its own word? That's probably what it is. Interesting. Never really thought about that. Or it hasn't hit me like right now. So I kind of took the wind out of my own sails. But regardless, 99% of us, what we're going to do here, it's not going to like influence the world. You know what I mean? And is that inherently meaningful or meaningless? I don't know. It's up to you, I guess. I don't think that should be the goal. It just is what it is. Like that's just true. Majority of the time, right? So it's interesting, man. It's kind of, again, getting off topic a little bit, but it's interesting that, like, for lack of a better term, like nothing actually matters. Like nothing like truly matters. And so it's up to us to find what actually, like, what brings us purpose at the end of the day. And I know those right answers, right? And I try to do that all the time. But every now and again, man, I'll get, like, that nihilistic point of view where it's like, dang, bro, like, I wouldn't care if a meteor came down, If we got hit by a meteor right now, or just me, I don't want anyone else to get hurt, but you know what I mean? Like, if I turned off my Xbox today or someone did it for me, like, I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? And it's weird. It's actually interesting, like, coming to terms and accepting that. And now I've kind of gotten to the point, I'm sure there'll be a time in the future, I guess I'm manifesting it now, so yay, that, like, I might not have the reasoning behind it. I might just feel down and, not too stoked. But, for right now, it's like, I guess I'm just like wondering, like, what is that? Is it just chemical? Oh, I got myself thinking, man. Got myself thinking now. Depression's weird, man. Is it chemical? Is it genetic? Or I don't know if we're born with it or are you predisposed to it. Because I do have family members who have dealt with it. And it's weird because we know the answers to like what can increase your happiness in a way. But what happens, man, when that actually doesn't work? When it doesn't work. Because I've noticed, man, that a lot of things like that, it doesn't work for me. The magic's gone in a lot of things for me. Where I almost have to find this, like, obscure way to enjoy things. I almost have to, like, enjoy how absurd it is that it exists. for me to enjoy things. Like, it feels like a lot of times, like, I went to go see Final Destination, right? The new one. Goofy movie, pointless movie to watch, like, no real reason to watch it, but the absurdity of it, I liked it. I was like, the fact that this exists, and I've noticed I enjoy that with most things. Like, recently, I've actually discovered that hockey is actually really cool. I did go to a hockey game when I was very young, and I actually really liked it, but for some reason, I just never followed up with hockey. I was into, like, football and basketball, and that's what I played. I played soccer as well, I guess. And never watched soccer too much, like one game. But I was into basketball, football, eventually got tired of both of those. And then I came back to football like a few years ago, and I enjoy it still. And recently I've just discovered or rediscovered how great hockey is, right? So I've been watching the playoffs. Stanley Cup's coming up soon. I'm definitely watching it. Dude, the hockey's hype, bro. Why no one tell me? Why didn't I remind myself? I don't know. But I realized I enjoy how absurd the sport is. You know, like, if you guys are following along, if I can connect these synapses, I enjoy how absurd it is, and that's what makes me like it. It's like, bro, this is like football, soccer, baseball, if you count the goalie with his mitt, and then lacrosse in a sense, but on ice. But they're on ice skates. I'm like, bro, this is like a fever dream of a sport. And it's so physical and fast-paced and non-stop, bro. It's so nice, because normally I just watch football, right? It's so nice watching a sport that doesn't have to cut to commercial every 2 minutes, bro. It's like, sometimes you can just see them play for, like, sometimes it feels like it's actually 10 minutes before there's, like, a penalty. You know what I mean? And sometimes with the penalties, it doesn't even seem like they go to commercial. It's like, oh, that was a quick one. That was icing. Now we're going to throw it down right here. You know, it's real quick. I've really been enjoying that. But the point is, I realize a lot of things have lost the magic for me. And I realize I enjoy most things if I can see the absurdity in it. And honestly, man, that might be a mental illness. I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I just want to talk about depression, man. Because I know I talk about it a lot. It's something I've dealt with my whole life. But, and, you know, it is what it is. I just find it interesting. Like, what is that? Why is that? You know what I mean? And why is it when you're trying to take care of, like, all the other things you can actually control, and then I find it super interesting that it still, like, lingers. It's bizarre to me, man. Like, if you can hit off on all the other things, like, bro, like, dude, like, yeah, it's so weird, man. Like, there's been times in my life where mad working out, mad, like, popular, like, in my area. Like, I used to play music, right? So, mad popular, a lot of girls, but in a happy relationship, seeing friends all the time, killing it at the job, making good money, having a nice place, nice for me, I guess. Like, it wasn't like a mansion or anything. It wasn't anything crazy, but it was a nice place. And still, man, like, I had periods where I'm like, do I jump today? Do I go on lunch break and jump? It's so weird. Like, what is that? It's so weird. I don't know. Hopefully you boys don't deal with that. Hopefully, if anything, you're like, this guy is a goober, go do it, dude. Go jump. And, I respect it. It is what it is. I mean, you're horrible, but, like, I respect it. But hopefully you guys are doing good. I just wanted to vent about it, I suppose. But regardless, boys, do something for yourself today. Do something for someone else today. And regardless, man, we got this, all right? It's weird. It's a weird thing. I am trying to make sense of it, and I just want to talk about it, and I guess talk live about me trying to figure it out right now. So if you made it this far, I truly appreciate you making it this far, man. I appreciate you. Enjoy your day. Tell me what game you're playing. If you're playing the game, tell me what game. I need a new game. Are you playing Doom the Dark Ages? Because I want to get it, but I don't want to spend $80 or whatever it is, all right? Take care, bro.